All right. Happy Friday. Going to take a moment here, see if anybody jumps on. If you jump on, say hello. Happy Friday. Who's happy? I'm happy that it's Friday. Hope everybody's having a good week. Shad, good morning, brother. How are you? I'm excited that it's Friday. The weekend's here. As you can tell, I'm back in the home office out east after a great trip last week in Arizona. And I'm going to wait another couple seconds here, and we're going to get started on what happened this week here at HMG. And then I got a couple at the end. I got a couple of announcements that are going to make. So, yeah, good times. Obviously, I'm starting this a little bit later than I normally do. Had a good phone call uh, prior to that, or prior to this, excuse me. So, maybe, oh, wow. I can't, is she 9 months already? Wow. You know what, Shad? God bless you, man. I'm glad the baby and mom's doing well. It's amazing how fast kids grow up. It really is. Ryan Hunt. Good morning, sir. How are you? Looking forward to chatting with you this afternoon. So, all right, guys, folks, I'm going to get started here. We're going to talk about what happened here at HMG this week. I'm going to kick it off, like I said, with what some of the shows have done this week, and then I got a few announcements that you definitely want to stick around for here at the end. So bear with me, and we'll get through this. And if you got questions, comments, or cries of outrage, please leave it in the comments section below. But first off, let's get started. This week on Not Your Average Operator, how to influence and build a winning culture. Great, another great episode by the team. They welcome a very special guest. I'm not even going to try to Samar. I'm not going to try the last name because I'll butcher it. So forgive me, fellas. But Samar from the Carolina Panthers NFL team jumps on and shares. They discuss some of their own traits from their own elite communities of aviation, special operations, and from the professional sports world, how to influence a winning culture. It's a really good show. If you listen to it, which I encourage everybody to, have a notebook. There's a lot of nuggets that they drop in that episode. So be sure to check it out. Next up, the decision hour. This week, I bring back special co host, my friend Heather Dobson, and we have a mystery guest uh, on the show with us this week. And we talk about heavy decisions. You know, every day we have to make decisions, right? And this particular episode was a very special one to Heather, and our mystery guest comes on and drops some serious knowledge about making some pretty much hard decisions. A lot of it was kind of geared towards, should I stay in my job or or move on to something that where my heart really lies. So check that out. That's this week's decision hour. And before I move on, good morning, Lisa. How are you? Next up, we have Books with Purpose. This week's topic: break out of fear and grow in confidence with Cassandra Carter. Cassandra talks about growing up, never hearing positive things about herself and learning to believe that she was less than. She talks about facing her fears in order to grow and grow in your own confidence and self esteem. So this is, she also talks about her intense fear of bats, not baseball bats, but like the flying ones. And that was pretty interesting actually. So that's this week's Books with Purpose. So make sure you check that out. And quick reminder for those of you that might be new to HMG that are watching this, you can check out all the shows at hmgpodcast.com or heroesmediagroup.com. Just click on the show tab and it'll give you a list of all the shows that are on the network. Next up, we have Drop and Give Me 20. Lindsey and Claire this week, they have a roundtable discussion with military spouse entrepreneurs Lauren Hope of Hope Design and Rachel Brenk of TheLawTog. It's a legal resource for photographers. And they're talking about surrounding yourself with the right people to simplify your business focus. Really good episode, and it was nice to see the military spouse community kind of come together for this. Drop and Give Me 20. They do shows. They pump them out on the 1st and the 15th of every month. And right now they're in season 5, so be sure to check that out. Next up, we have the Military Millionaire Podcast. David this week talks with Lucas Hall, and it's about building landlordology, cozy.com, and they also talk about real estate empire. So Lucas is if you know anything about, or you want to, let me rephrase it. If you want to know anything about, real estate, investments and stuff like that, this is a great show to check out. The Military Millionaire Podcast. David's actually still in the military, active duty Marine Corps out in California. You can find him on social media at the From Military to Millionaire. And again, that show is called The Military Millionaire Podcast. So check that out. All right, next up we have the Gary Brugman Podcast. Gary's talking about scandals, smoking guns, leaks, gossips, and rumors. Another good show, man. I'm telling you, this is very entertaining. Check this out, especially with the scandals and smoking guns, rumors. I'm just going to emphasize rumors. Everything that's going on right now in our world today. So check that out. That's the Gary Brugman Podcast. Next up, Time to Shine today with our buddy Scott Ferguson. The one that really caught me this week, Scott does Time to Shine today 5 days a week. Remember, every Monday through Friday, he's always pumping out a show. The one that really caught my eye this week was, if you have overdosed on normality or like normal, get the hell out of it. That was the title. And that was with Berta Mendita of Dreams Succeed. This was a really cool one. It kind of helps you talk about kind of stepping out of your comfort zone and out of the box, so to speak. So check that out. Next up, we have Veterans Unite. Listen, Shad's putting in. He's in the comments here. I think he's still on. He's putting out a couple shows a week now. Every Sunday, I want to bring this up. Every Sunday, they do a Got Your Six at 6 with the People's Patriot Project. Make sure you check that out. It's every Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And Lisa, you can, if you want, put a link. If you guys have one set up for this Sunday, put a link in the comment section below. But make sure you check it out every week, Sunday nights at 6 o'clock. Got Your Six at 6. Check it out. Next up, we have the Power of Investing in People podcast. Great show this week. Shai talks with, first off, let me back up. It's called Creating a Meaningful Business with Pat Montgomery. Pat is a United States Army Ranger veteran, and he's also the founder of KC Cattle Company. And if you have not checked out KC Cattle Company, check it out. I believe it's kccattlecompany.com or kccattle.co. I'll have it in the links below after the show. But it was a really interesting show, hearing Pat's story about how he transitioned out of the military, what he wanted to do, and then how he started the cattle company. And they do a specific type of beef that you can mail order. And then they have a hot dog. But what really caught me was in the show was they have a hot dog that tastes like steak. They have a hot dog that tastes like steak. So naturally, I had to go on and order it. I'm waiting for it to come in. I just ordered it yesterday. So I'm hoping to get that by this weekend, and I will keep you posted on that. So, creating a meaningful business. Learn it from an Army Ranger, uh, Pat Montgomery, KC Cattle Company. That's this week's The Power of Investing in People. Next up, we have For the Sake of the Child. Our friends over at the Military Child Education Coalition. This one, I love this organization. I love what they represent. They're there for our military families. They have a slew of resources for military families with children. It really focuses on the kids, and although it's geared towards military, they have the information that they have could really be used by anybody. This week, finding of MCEC Military Kids Now 2020 Education Survey is so the president and the CEO of MSEC, Dr. Rebecca Porter, sits down with Helen Mowers of Instructional Systems Design Manager. They share the impact and the key findings from the Military Kids Now 2020 Education Survey. They also discuss what MSEC will continue to do and listen to the voices of the military-connected students, parents, and professionals who serve them. If you've not checked this out, their link will be in the comment sections below here. You got to check out MSEC. They're just amazing. I absolutely love this organization. Jenny, how are you? Good morning. Next up, last one for this week, and then I'm going to get into announcements. Last up, we have the Arms Room. The Arms Room this week was all about violence. Is it learned or is it natural? And in the world that we live today, I'm just going to leave that open for your own interpretation. But this is a show that pumps out a lot of educational stuff for people on a lot of different topics. So I would encourage everybody to listen to this. Listen to all the shows. All right. First announcement that I have, a couple weeks ago, I posted something about the Arc of Justice, which is an organization that we're working with. They're working on their podcast and stuff. Discussed about and I talked about the Wounded Warrior Bill of Rights. This is going to be in the comment section below. Check this out. We need 100,000 signatures, and this Wounded Warrior Bill of Rights is to help our active duty people before they transition out into the civilian life. This is a big deal, and it's in front of Congress, and it's going in front of the president before the end of this year. This is very important. So if you are prior service, you support the military, you're active duty right now, check this out. It's going to be below woundedwarriorBillofRights.com. Check it out, sign it. It does require an email verification. So if you do sign it, it'll send you an email. You got to click on the link to verify it, so your signature's on there. But check it out. It's definitely something worth doing, and it's for our nation's heroes. We got a new show coming next week, maybe the week after. Depends on Adam's schedule. But we got a new podcast coming called Get in the Flow Podcast. It's all about branding and marketing. Kaylin Smith, longtime friend, has been doing this stuff for many years, and she has a branding company. So she kind of talks a little bit about some tricks and trades of the business and what you can do to help brand your brand. Sponsors of the week. This week's sponsor is Prospect Hill Flag Company. My buddy Staz down there, he is a badass metal fabricator and does a ton of stuff. And you got to check him out. Prospect Hill Flag Company. Look him up he doesn't have a website, but he's on social media. You can follow him at Prospect Hill Flag CO on Instagram, Prospect Hill Flag Company on Facebook. If I can turn probably right, that flag right there, that's all metal. It's heavy. I tried hanging it. My wall didn't didn't do it up, not up here, but I got another spot that we're doing. I just got to get the right hooks for it and whatnot. But we're gonna hang that bad boy. So check that out. Veteran owned. So check it out. Also, another sponsor this week is HMG Beverage. Our sister company is launching. You can follow us right now only on Instagram. That's because website's not up yet, but you can follow us on Instagram and see what we have going on there. Instagram.com/HMG Beverage. So check that out. And if you're interested and you see what you like, send a DM to get sample packs of the coffee and stuff like that. Shout out to Joe Stojek. Joe, good morning, buddy. How are you? Ty, good morning. Good morning. Finally, last but not not least, I want to make another announcement here real quick. Month of November, I'm thinking about just highlighting veteran-owned businesses. You know, Veterans Day is in November. I got Thanksgiving and a couple other things, but I want to hear from you guys. Those of you that are watching this out in the old interweb world. First off, thank you for spending this much time watching me. I hope I assume I'm either entertaining or have provided you some good information. I want to hear from you. Send us a DM, or you can email Adam at heroesmediagrp.com, and I want to hear from you and what you guys want to hear on the show each and every week, other than what we have going on. I'm always going to, the weekly wrap up. I'm always going to talk about the shows and what they've done this week on Heroes Media Group. So I'm going to talk about that, but I also want to hear from you guys. If there's maybe you have a product that you want me to highlight for you, send it over. Let me know. Let's talk about it. If there's somebody that you need me to get in touch with, let me know. I'd love to make contact. I'm here to help you and to help as many people as we possibly can. That's what we are here for. I have an alibi real quick. There was one other thing that I put in the description that I was going to do. I was going to give a podcast tip of the week. Here is something that I've found in the almost decade now that I've been doing entertainment, podcasting and whatnot. Bulk recording. Pre-record a lot of your shows if you can. The TV industry does it. They do a lot of their stuff months and months and months in advance before the season actually comes out to where you can watch. Same thing with podcasts. For me, if you have a very busy schedule such as I do, I try to bulk record as many shows as I can. Right now, I think I have shows all the way through the end of December, first part of January, mid-January, and next week I'm going to spend some time recording. I'd like to get through March. So if you know anybody that would be a good interview or a good fit for the Decision Hour show, or any other shows for that matter, please DM me and let me know. John, good morning, buddy. How are you? I owe you a phone call. I have not forgot. Yeah, so I mean that's it. I want to hear from you guys. I appreciate all of you that come on, that leave these comments, that share this video, that believe in what we're doing. 2021 is going to be a fantastic year, our best year yet. I'm excited to get there. But as crazy as the world has been this year, it's been a learning experience, and we. As hard as it's been, I like to try to pull the positive things from it. And I'll say this: that there is a lot that we've learned this year, and in a good way. Just try to be positive. So with that being said, happy Friday, everybody. Love you all. Appreciate you for being here. Share this. Leave some comments. Give me about 5-10 minutes. You'll have all the links and stuff in the comments with the shows directly for those particular episodes, as well as the sponsors of the week and the Wounded Warrior Bill of Rights. Please go check that out, Arc of Justice. So thank you again. Have a very blessed weekend. We'll see you all next week.